A grand good morning to all the participants, distinguished guests and dignitaries in this 2 days International Conference on Energy and Sustainable Development 2020, which is being organized jointly by Department of Mechanical Engineering, Jadavpur University, the Institute of Engineers, India, and Tripura Institute of Technology, with the essential support extended by RUSHA 2. Let us now start this program. It's my honor to request Honorable Professor Chiranjeev Bhattacharjee, Pro Vice Chancellor, Jadavpur University, to come up on the dais and take his chair. Thank you, sir. It's my honor to request respected Professor Shivapriya Mukherjee, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Jadavpur University, to come up on the dais to take his chair. It's my honor to request respected Professor Gautam Majumdar, Head of the Department, Mechanical Engineering, Jadavpur University. Sir, please come and take your chair. May I request respected Professor Shekhar Datta, Principal, Tripura Institute of Technology, to come up on the dais to take his chair. May I request respected Dr. Mukul Chandra Bora, Chief Advisor, SPIU, Northeast TechWeb. Please come up on this dais and take your chair. May I request respected Professor Himadri Chattopadhyay, the Conference Secretary, to come up on the dais. Thank you, sir. Now I would request to present a bouquet of flowers to Professor Chiranjeev Bhattacharjee. This is on behalf of the organizing committee. I would request to present a bouquet to Professor Shivapriya Mukherjee. Please come. Please come to present a bouquet to Professor Gautam Majumdar. Please present a bouquet of flowers to Professor Shekhar Datta. Please present a bouquet to Dr. Mukul Chandra Bora. Please come to present a bouquet to Professor Himadri Chattopadhyay. Thank you. Now I request Professor Gautam Majumdar, Head of the Department, Mechanical Engineering, Jadavpur University, to deliver a welcome address.
Respected Pro VC Sir, Professor Chiranjeev Bhattacharjee, Dean Sir, Professor Mukhopadhyay, Professor Shekhar Datta, my friend and Principal TIT, Dr. Bora, Professor Himadri Chattopadhyay, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear friends. It is a great honor to have the opportunity to say a few words before starting this conference. First of all, on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to express our great pleasure in welcoming all of you and in hosting the International Conference on Energy and Sustainable Development 2020, which is being organized jointly by Mechanical Engineering Department, Jadavpur University, the Institute of Engineers, and Tripura Institute of Technology. It is being believed that this event will offer a unique opportunity for all the researchers working in the fields of energy to come up with new ideas and interact with experts invited from both industry and academia, through keynote lectures and technical sessions spread over 2 days. The organizers expressed their gratitude for the essential support extended by Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan RUSA 2.0 of Government of India. Jadavpur University, established in the year 1955, gradually evolved into a center of excellence in teaching, learning, and research through persistent endeavor over the years. The recognition that it has achieved so far is the fruit of collective efforts of all involved in the university activities. The university has 2 vibrant campuses with 25 departments embracing the streams of science, arts, and engineering, and many interdisciplinary schools and study centers. Our department, that is Department of Mechanical Engineering, established in 1906 as a part of National Council of Education, Bengal, and later on in 1955, it became a part of Jadavpur University. At that time, this department offered undergraduate degree engineering course in mechanical engineering, and later on introduced courses on postgraduate and doctoral level. Presently, it is the largest department of Jadavpur University with 5 specialized undergraduate laboratories and number of research laboratories with sophisticated equipments and high-end computational facilities. The department is actively engaged in various research projects of national importance involving organizations like DRDO, BRNS, DST, ARDB, NSTL, to name a few. I would like to close my speech by expressing my sincere wishes for all the success of the conference and for all participants to discover new opportunity of research. Thank you very much for your attention.
Now I request Professor Chiranjeev Bhattacharya, Pro Vice Chancellor, Jadavpur University, to deliver his lecture.
The distinguished guests on the dais, Professor Shivapriya Mukhopadhyay, our new Dean of Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Professor Gautam Majumdar, Professor Bhora, Chief Coordinator of SPIU, Professor Shekhar Datta, Principal of TIT, and finally Professor Himadri Chattopadhyay of Mechanical Engineering Department. So it's really nice to be here at this particular conference, which is being organized by the Mechanical Engineering Department jointly in association with Institution of Engineers India as well as the TIT, the Tripura Institute of Technology. First of all, I convey a warm good morning to all of you. This particular conference is being organized under the sponsorship of the RUSA, the Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan, as it has already been pointed out. Under RUSA, we are supporting lot of schemes, particularly for seminar conference grant, as well as we are supporting various other activities in the domain of research and innovation particularly. So RUSA is a program of Government of India, and we are really proud that we have been selected as one of the institution out of 10 institutions across India who have received this particular RUSA grant. So in RUSA, we have received actually 100 crores of fund, out of which in the first installment we have received 41.6 crores, and we are expecting to receive the second installment very soon. Officially, the RUSA program is supposed to terminate on 31st March, but as of now, as per the unofficial communication, it is expected that it will be extended further, at least for the 6 months, if not for the 1 year. So obviously all the activities, those are going on under the RUSA program, will continue. So obviously, so the RUSA is a particular program where actually the involvement is very vast, because we are supporting lot of doctoral fellowship, lot of postdoctoral fellowship. In fact, we are supporting 50 numbers of postdoctoral fellowship, which is a very new concept in Jadavpur University particularly, because in Jadavpur University there was hardly any scope of recruiting the postdoctoral fellow earlier. apart from some individual projects. So at the university level, this is the first opportunity where we could recruit some of the postdoctoral fellows, and obviously the postdoctoral fellows are supposed to be much more matured. They are supposed to deliver a lot of research output in the respected or designated thrust area. So RUSA is having several thrust areas. One is very important thrust area is the sustainable development. Sustainable developments means it may be in the segment of environment or it may be in the segment of energy. I am presently the Pro Vice Chancellor of Jadavpur University, but my basic department is chemical engineering, and I am I don't have any hesitations to say that I am basically a researcher, an academician, rather than the administrator, because I like research much more. And in fact, I did a lot of research on the sustainable aspect, the sustainability, or particularly with respect to the environment management, and particularly with the direction of zero discharge concept or zero liquid discharge concept, where basically from an industry there will not be any liquid discharge to the environment. All the wastewater those will be generated in a particular industry will be reused, recycled, and value added product will be recovered from that particular waste, and that will add to the economy of the plant or the industry concerned. So in that respect, we handle a lot of international projects as well as the national projects also. So it was quite a success. In fact, I did have some patents also in that particular regards. So sustainability is a very big issue nowadays. Sustainability, it may be either from the environmental point of view or from the energy point of view. Nowadays, we are giving a lot of thrust on the renewable energy or the sustainable energy sources, that is the non-fossil fuel based energy. So, lot of peoples in the mechanical engineering department they are working on this particular field, even in the chemical engineering department or other departments also. So, obviously, India is one of the very few countries who have given a lot of thrust on the renewable energy. In fact, as of now in 2019 data, 35% of the total electricity generation, the energy generation out of the installed capacity is out of the renewable sources. It's a really great and commendable achievements. In 2016, in Paris Agreement, there was a target, it has been fixed that by year 2029, all the countries should move on to achieving the target of 40% of the total electricity generation from the renewable sources. So in that particular direction, India is quite in a comfortable zone in that particular respect, because we are using a lot of renewable sources of energy. Either it may be from the biologically derived, that is from basically agriculture to energy, so from agricultural source to energy, or from through other biological derived energy, or maybe some sort of biofuel like bioethanol, biohydrogen. A lot of people are now doing research on biohydrogens also in IIT. IIT Kharagpur, one of my very good friend, is doing a lot of research on biohydrogen generation. They have installed a plant of biohydrogen production. That hydrogen can be used in the fuel cells, obviously, or it can be directly used for production of energy. So there are a lot of activities those are going on in the solar cell. Actually, the energy conversion efficiency, it has improved quite a lot. Nowadays, solar cells have become much more cheap. The energy conversion efficiency is much more. So the people are using this, the solar cell. A lot of buildings have come where a lot of solar cell installation is there. So in that particular direction, in the form of sustainable energy, we are doing a lot, no doubt. But obviously we have to go further. So in that particular direction, this sort of conference will be really helpful. The sustainability in terms of both energy and environment, it is very, very important nowadays, because obviously we have to just preserve our mother earth, and in that particular direction with respect to both the energy and environment, it is very important to migrate from the conventional sources or the conventional technologies to the renewable or the sustainable technologies. So I hope that this particular conference, 2 days conference, which is being sponsored by the RUSA and supported by many others, will be really helpful, and it will be a grand success to for all of you. So I wish a grand success of this conference, and I again welcome all the delegates, participants who have come here for attending the conference, my dear students who have come here to listen to this particular conference and the different deliberations. I hope that it will be really enjoyable. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Now I request Professor Shibopriyo Mukherjee, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Jadavpur University, to deliver his lecture. Please come, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Professor Chiranjeev Bhattacharya, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Jadavpur University, Dr. Himadri Choudhury and Mechanical Engineering Department, Dr. Gautam Majumdar, Head of the Department Mechanical Engineering, Dr. Bora and Dr. Dotto, and others present here. It's a very good thing that the Mechanical Engineering Department has organized this seminar on sustainable development and energy, which is a very current topic of research and deliberations. Now, one thing has to be remembered, that on the platform of this Faculty of Engineering and Technology, we are arranging this seminar. So, how this faculty came up? It has already been pointed out that in 1906, NCE was established, and under NCE there were Mechanical Engineering Department and Electrical Engineering Department. After that, in 1921, Chemical Engineering Department came up with the help of Acharya Prafulla Chandra Ray, and thereafter in 1955 Jadavpur University got full-fledged recognition, and then in 56 Civil Engineering Department, in 57 Electronics Department, and in 65 Architecture. In this way, one by one, all the departments have come up, and now the faculty consists of 16 departments, with IT as the youngest. Now, this topic is very much current topic, and this is really a good, on this topic really good research works can be done, and every department can contribute to this, even the Civil Engineering Department. I have also done some works on this by use of geotextile, so that sustainable development can occur, and we have published that work also in different journals. Now, what is the use of this sustainable development and this energy? Now, engineered systems serve human societies by drawing resources from nature, and in the process generate emissions and wastes that nature has to absorb. To be competitive, engineering products must be cost effective and have to function properly over their design life. Clearly, engineered systems are inextricably connected to the social, environmental and economic systems. Because humankind is heavily dependent on engineered systems, from living in temperature controlled houses to using cellular phones, sustainability of the physical world is heavily dependent on the contributions of the engineered systems. Responsible and ethical engineering practices can contribute towards a sustainable world through the development of reliable and robust engineering products that are economically viable and ensure social well-being. Sustainable development emerged as a major global issue in 1970 and in 1980 and 1990 milestones, such as the Brundtland Report by the United Nations World Commissions for Environment and Development and the Earth Summit held in Rio de Janeiro in 1992 paved the way to worldwide acknowledgement for the necessity of major changes related to environmental and social pressures, now felt as a global problem. Not only it gained public recognition, but achieved a stage of maturity with new policies being created and implemented at various scales. 3 interlinked objectives to be achieved by 2030 necessary for long-term sustainable development in relation to access to energy have been identified to ensure universal access to modern energy services, to double the rate of improvement in energy efficiency, to double the share of renewable energy in the global energy mix, to continue pursuing the above efforts expressed by the sustainable energy committees. The Sustainable Development advocates for the need to ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy for all. Industrialized country governments must focus internally on efficiency and renewable energies while externally supporting all 3 objectives through international action. The Global Action Agenda highlights also sectoral action areas addressing both power generation and the principal sectors of energy consumption. It is important to underline that the sectoral actions have to be combined in order to assure immediate basic energy access, to improve quality of life and well-being, but also to build energy services for long-term autonomous sustainable development. Now I think other topics and in detailed various research topics will be discussed in the seminar, and at the outset all of us will be benefited from the seminar that will increase our knowledge, and we will go back with that. So with this I wish a grand success for the seminar. Thank you all.
Now I request Professor Shekhar Datto, Principal, Tripura Institute of Technology, to deliver his lecture.
Respected Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Chiranjeev Bhattacharjee, Dean Faculty of Science and Technology, Professor Shivopriyo Mukherjee, Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering of Jadavpur University, Professor Gautam Majumdar, Project Advisor, State Project Advisor of TechIP for Northeastern India, Dr. Mukul Chandra Bora, and respected Professor Himadri Chattopadhyay, the organizing secretary of this international conference. I also like to show my respect to the faculty members of Jadavpur University and other institutes came to join to this conference, researchers and distinguished academicians who came here to join and grace this occasion. Sir, it is my pleasure that the Mechanical Engineering Department of Jadavpur University, and we know it is the renowned and prestigious university in research and quality education, is organizing this international conference. And our institute is a very small institute, that is Tripura Institute of Technology, has got the opportunity to become one of the organizing partners of this conference. Our institute is a purely government institute and run by Government of Tripura, where both degree and diploma engineering are taught. We have 5 degree programs, branches of engineering, out of which 3 are already accredited by NBA, and other 2 are at the final stage. Experts of NBA has already visited for evaluation of our programs and institute, and result is awaited, but we are hopeful. We have implemented TechIP 2 project also very successfully, and now continuing TechIP 3, where we have got this university, Jadavpur University, as our mentor. The coordinator, nodal officers, and other members of TechIP 3 team of Jadavpur University are helping us through twinning activities for overall academic growth of our institute, along with preparedness for NBA accreditation also. We are highly benefited getting Jadavpur University with us. The state project advisor and also the consultants of TechIP 3 project also taking special care for our institute. Now, let me speak 2-3 lines for this conference. Not only for this conference, for present research trends. Here, the theme of this international conference, I should say, it's a very wide field, and wide field has been chosen in the name of International Conference on Energy and Sustainable Development 2020, which will obviously provide ample opportunities to new researchers and scholars, especially students and young faculty members, for large participation. Large participation with need-based research work. Here, the explanation of need-based research work, the mission of our country at this moment is to utilize our human resources by involving young minds in innovation and startup. Classical research is necessary to enrich theory behind technology, and it can be achieved only by potential researchers only, which are very few. But the innovative ideas of common researchers are more important to develop small items, obviously with patents, which are directly needed in our daily life. This will help to grow small industries to produce need-based items and create employment facility for common people. And such small products of desired quality, obviously, will definitely capture our large market, including the markets of neighboring countries also. Some of our neighbors are doing the same job and taking the benefit of our large market by making us more and more dependent on their products, and in turn strengthening their own economic backbone. We should follow this path, giving more stress to develop innovative cells in every academic institutes and universities, and continue need-based research. I convey my best wishes to all the participants and hope their presentation will be fruitful in all dimensions. At the end, I like to thank the entire organizing committee, especially Professor Himadri Chattopadhyay, for their untiring efforts to conduct this conference in a grand scale. By this, I like to conclude. Thank you.
Now I request Dr. Mukul Chandra Bora, Chief Advisor, SPIU, Northeast TechIP, to deliver his lecture.
respected Pro Vice Chancellor of Jadavpur University, Dean of Science and Technology, Jadavpur University, Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Principal, Tripura Institute of Technology, and all the learned gatherings assembled here in this morning. So I am just thinking that what to speak and how to speak and when to speak. That's a big question for me. Because a learner, when he is allowed to speak in front of a learned person, so it is rather difficult. Not only difficult, it is a little bit nervous. So I feel the same. I feeling nervous to speak in front of a learned audience by a learner. I am still learning, and I have to learn a lot of things from my own experience and own field. Anyway, when name has been called for, I have to speak. So there is a compulsion, so I have to speak. So this conference is conducted jointly by 3 or 4 organizations. Jadavpur University, RUSA is one part of it. And when I have been approached by Nodal Officer Program Professor Suripto Dey that whether it can be done through TIT or not. I said that it can be done through TIT. Since TIT is having a funding of TechIP 3 for the purpose of quality improvement. So then I immediately agreed. Then he said that I will send a mail. I said, okay, I have verbally agreed with you, so you can send a mail. I will say okay for that, no issue. Because we have to spend money for the goodness of the society. When we met around 1.5 years back, long time, in Gitanjali Guest House in Agartala, the TechIP team, now Pro Vice Chancellor was there and other professors were there. So I simply said that I believe I never been to Jadavpur University, the first visit for me to Jadavpur University as an official. But anyway, I just request them that this is a baby, so you have to take care of. And I am happy to announce that, you please give a big clap for Jadavpur University, that the baby has grown up, because there are 3 programs has already been accredited and 2 more will be accredited soon. So that is the baby they have adopted and it's grown very healthy. So now I will take some few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes to talk about the sustainable development. So I will talk about sustainable development for sustainable development of engineering education. It is not sustainable development as such, but it is sustainable development for engineering education. Why? Because you know, a lot of quality parameters are coming up here and there from all across the globe. But still we are unable to maintain those quality parameters in some of the institutions. And AICT is closing so many institutions, so many private engineering colleges. But can the closing be a solution for this problem? I don't think it's a solution. Can the closing of an university is a solution? No, it is not the solution. The solution is that we have got rich people, we have got poor people. It is the duty of the moral duty of the rich people to help the poor people. Similarly, it is the duty of the enriched educational institution to help the lagged educational institution, then only actual sustainable engineering development will taking place in the education sector. So being a person working in the entire Northeast, so I have seen how people are not aware of so many things, so many situations, so many engineering education parameters because of the lack of communication, lack of affinity towards each other, and due to this reason, so many are suffering now. And NBA accreditation is a part of AICT Gazette notification now. By 2022, all the courses should be NBA accredited. There are certain brands in this country. I also belong to some of them brands, because I take my education from IIT Kharagpur in master's degree and IIT Guwahati in PhD from IIT Guwahati. So these are brand institutions. It's like Jadavpur University, like University of Calcutta, these are brand institutions. But who knows what is TIT Agartala? Nobody knows, because it is not a brand. So brand has to be created with the help and support from the Jadavpur University. And I am here not because to deliver the lecture, I am here to hear the learned people, so that I can also gather some information and I can deliver it to my institutions situated in the northeast part of India. Because the cutting of my fingers get damaged. If I cut it, it is not the solution. I should try to rectify the errors in the fingers so that I can also become a normal man as you. So similarly, closing up educational institutions without maintenance of the quality does not mean that we are growing. We are not growing. We will only grow when rich people will help the poor people, and poor people will try to get the opportunity or help from the rich people. It's a one-on-one situation. It's a one-on-one interaction. It cannot be only one way. Poor people has to approach the rich people, please help us, give us some loans, give us some benefits, so that I can also become self-sustainable. So sustainable development is a very big parameter. We cannot make the all miserable things to this community, right? And as per UNDP report, there are 600 small islands countries which will be going to submerge under seawater because of the global warming and climate change. This is reported, is available in the UNDP website. I read something before 2 years back, but due to my traveling and all these things, I am unable to read these things, but I could remember those things. It is similarly, it is like that only, that so many engineering colleges will be closed down, then what will happen? Where the students will go? Because of the region, because of that, I am here and I want your help and cooperation to bring the Institute of Northeast to a certain level of development so that they can be also at par. Competition should be fair. So with this much of what, I believe that this conference will be a grand success and it will give so many highlights to the Mentee institution, TIT Agartala, through their combined effort to joint collaboration of this conference. With this much of what, I again urge you to please make this engineering education sustainable. That means sustainable development of engineering education with all learned audience, with big prayer to everybody that please forgive me if I am saying something wrong. But whatever I understood, I speak that much only. Very much. Thank you very much.
Now I am requesting Professor Himadri Chattopadhyay, Conference Secretary, to conclude this session with vote of thanks.
Very good morning. So today is an auspicious day marked by the name of a saint and is dedicated to the finest human emotion. So naturally this is an honor for me to propose the vote of thanks. First of all, I thank the dignitaries on the dais, our Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Bhattacharya, our Dean, Professor Mukherjee, Professor Mukul Bora, Professor Shekhar Datta, and also I am thankful to the speakers who have readily consented to come for this program. We have Professor Pradeep Datta from IISc Bangalore, Rashid Benashir from France, Professor Mashin Ashadi from Norway, and Professor Gautam Bishwas will be joining tomorrow. Professor Jayasri Rai from Asian Institute of Technology will be joining tomorrow. We will be missing Professor Shantanu Bandopadhyay due to some urgency, he could not come. Then Professor Swarit Das wanted to be is the director of IIT Ropar. He wanted to be very much a part of the Industry Academy plenary, but again, due to some problem, he could not come at the last moment. So we will now have a Industry Academy plenary, and we have persons from industry, Mr. Ajay Shankar from the very well-known Energy Resources Institute from Delhi. We have BCICI President Mr. Dev Mukherjee. Will be joined by Supriya Sarkar from Tata. So all they have extended their cooperation for in the program, and we have a very lot number of plenary talks, sessions, and also we have got so many contributed papers. Actually, it will really be an injustice to divide them into so many parallel sessions, but we are helpless. Originally, we planned for 2 days, and the response was huge. So I thank all the contributory authors of these contributory papers. So, the conference basically is, as already pointed out, is originally funded by Rashtriya Uच्च Shiksha Abhiyan. So, along with them, I am thankful to Tripura Institute of Technology and Institution of Engineers who became our partners, and they supported in all the way. Then I got a lot of support from my departmental staff and colleagues. Without naming them, I can only tell that without their effort, we could not have received this level. Students are basically the pillar of the program. Again, the large contingent of student workforce contributed a lot, and I am thankful to them very much. I am thankful to the University Authority, our Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellors Professor Ghosh and Professor Bhattacharya, the Dean, Registrar, Finance Officer, and all the offices. They extended their support wholeheartedly. Particular thanks to Rusha and TCUBCell. So finally, I welcome you all for a very pleasant experience in this conference. Thank you once and all. Thank you.